In this video, I will show you how to use AutoDS step by step so that I can show you how easy it is to get started with Facebook Marketplace dropshipping. If you're tired of manually checking on all of your orders and listings and frustrated about dumb mistakes that is costing you time and money, don't miss this opportunity to learn how AutoDS can help you streamline a lot of your dropshipping tasks. So keep watching to learn more. I want to remind you that my course, the Facebook Marketplace Blueprint, is still on sale. And if you want to join, the link will be down below. It's also a private community as well where you can actually reach out to me, ask me questions. Anything that's on your mind around Facebook or Facebook Shops dropshipping, you can talk to me, contact me, and I'll be there to help you every step of the way. So take full advantage. Link down below. The offer will not last forever. So if you are new thinking about doing this and really want to get this done for you step by step, then I highly recommend you check out the course. Okay, so the first place where you need to start is by navigating over to AutoDS.com, and I do have an affiliate link with AutoDS, which it will be linked down below, so I would greatly appreciate it if you go through my link if you do decide to make AutoDS your software of choice for dropshipping. So there are different pricing plans that are available to you for you to pick. So there is a different flavor for everyone depending in what stage you are in within your dropshipping journey. So, pick the one that makes most sense for you. Now, AutoDS does make a recommendation with their starter plan. That's the most popular. Or it can be billed annually and you do save some money, okay? So what's gonna happen is, depending on which plan you picked, then it's gonna bring you over to the register now window. So if you're new and this is your first time, then you would enter your email, click continue, and you will set up your account. So how to get started? If you've never done this before, like I said, I'm gonna walk you step by step on exactly everything that you need to do so that you are set up correctly, everything is configured, there are no mistakes, and you can get started selling on Facebook Marketplace right away. Okay, so we are now inside of the dashboard, and as you can see right here on the left hand side of your screen, you have a few things I want to point out to you. So you have your home screen, you have your dashboard, which I'll navigate over to it right now. You have this, which right now, as of this recording, when it comes to Facebook Marketplace, the feature to track your orders and sales right now hasn't been launched. AutoDS is still working on it, so it is to come and hopefully soon. So when that's ready, you'll be able to see that right over here. Then you have an orders tab, which I'm not going to go into a lot of detail right now because this is more for auto ordering, and I think this is another feature that right now AutoDS is also working on and hopefully will have released pretty soon. So we have the products tab, which we're going to spend some time in, and also the drafts section, which we're going to cover, as well as the settings section right here, which I will go over in greater detail. Okay? So the very first thing you have to do is get your plan. So you want to make sure you have your plan. And if you already got your plan, then what you want to do is you want to go to settings, which I'm already on, and then you want to navigate over to your plans and add-ons. And right here is going to show you the plan that you are in. So you want to make sure you have, the Facebook Marketplace plan. So I have the starter plan right now. So once you confirm this, then that means that you're ready to get started, okay? So the first thing you're gonna wanna do is that you're gonna have to download 2 Chrome extensions, which they're gonna be linked down in the video description. So I'm gonna show you right now. You wanna navigate over to the Chrome store like this. Once you're here, you wanna look for AutoDS Helper or AutoDS. So you're gonna have to download the Marketplace Dropshipping Helper. So make sure that you download and install this into your Google Chrome browser. And then you're also going to want to install the AutoDS Dropshipping Helper. Okay? So you want to install both of those Chrome extensions. And again, they'll be linked in the video description, so you have easy access to those two things. So once you have them installed, which I already do, it's going to look something like this. So you're going to have this Chrome extension, which we'll get to it in just a second. And then you're going to have this Chrome extension right here, which is going to be the one that's going to be doing your repricing and your stock monitoring, okay? So you want to navigate over to settings, and from here you need to select which store you want AutoDS to reprice and price monitor, and reprice and stock monitor for you, okay? So you can set up to 3 accounts. The plan that I have allows me to set up 3. So right now I have 2. And then you want to set up the frequency in which you want AutoDS to sync with Facebook, okay? So either, within the last hour, the last 3 hours, the last 12 hours, and the last 24 hours. So what this is going to do is that it's going to look at everything that you have listed right now in your dashboard under products. It's going to check for what listings you have in AutoDS, but it cannot find inside of Facebook Marketplace, and then it'll start to sync, okay? So you want to make sure that you have this set up, right? And then, so once that's done, I can go ahead and go back. And then from here is, how often do you want this to sync with your products, right? So either, the products you listed into your AutoDS account over the last 7 days, or the products that you listed to AutoDS within the last 24 hours, or you want to sync everything. So every single product is in there, it'll sync it for you, okay? So once you set up, the frequency of how often you want this to run for you, then you want to navigate over to your log, and it's going to confirm for you right here how often it's going to be doing that action on your behalf. So you can see right here that in my case, I went with a 1 hour interval, and it's doing it for my main marketplace account, okay? So once you got this set up, then pretty much everything else starts to become a lot easier. So at this point, you want to navigate over to settings, and you want to set your supplier settings at this point. So depending on what suppliers you're using for drop shipping, I would recommend that you set them up under the supplier settings tab. Now, in my case, I drop ship, I use different, retailer sources for drop shipping on Facebook. So I have Amazon set up, I have Walmart set up, Home Depot, Costco, and eBay, okay? So at this point, what you want to do is, depending on which marketplace you're going to be sourcing items from, you want to make sure that the rules that would apply to products that are coming from that supplier are being set up correctly in AutoDS. So the first thing you want to do is you want to go over to your pricing. So this is the pricing formula. And when you're drop shipping on Facebook Marketplace, you want to account for the 5% fee. So you want to make sure that you account for that, as well as any tax that you may have to pay if you're not exempt, like tax exempt on Amazon, for example, or on Walmart. Then you want to make sure that you add at least an additional 8% to cover for sales tax when you're buying the product from your supplier. In my case, I'm already tax exempt, Amazon and Walmart. So in my case, I'm only entering that the fee is going to be the 5% fee, plus whatever my additional front end profit margin that I want to do. So for this example, I put 40%. So now AutoDS knows that whenever I am sourcing items from this supplier, it's going to raise the price up by pretty much 45%, okay? And you will do the same thing for all the other suppliers that you're dropshipping from. And you actually have like a little calculator that will do this for you. So let's say that, it's 5% the marketplace fee plus, 8% in sales tax. So the final fee should be about 13%, and you just go ahead and add it. So AutoDS makes this very simple for you. You don't have to think about it so much, and just hit add and it's in there for you, okay? What else? So when it comes to the lister, so the lister, you can actually default some values here. So for example, product quantity, you can enter whatever number you want. It could be 1, it could be 1,000, which I don't recommend that you do, but 10 is kind of like the standard. Default country is always going to be the United States, because this video is for people who are selling on Facebook and are located inside of the United States. Your default city, it could be wherever you live in the United States. So you can default it to that. And then there's some advanced lister settings here that you can check off if you think that they do apply. I'm not gonna go over this right now in this video in detail because it's not really required to get you set up. But I will review these in your own time and see which ones apply to you. When it comes to orders, so this is for the Fulfill by AutoDS service, which at the moment I believe is not currently being rolled out for Facebook. At some point I think it will be, so we need to keep our ears open for any news from AutoDS when this feature is going to be released. So for now you can actually ignore this section. And then when it comes to general, this is for monitoring, so minimum product quantity. So it always has to be at least one product, meaning that on your supplier side, there has to be at least one product before it actually, flags it as an out of stock product. So that's what that is for. And then when it comes to maximum days to ship, this is to actually help you avoid going after suppliers who are taking way longer to ship the product, because the lead time to ship is over 2 weeks. So you want to make sure that you want to set this as an extra layer of protection. So for right now, I have it as a maximum of 15 days, which honestly it is kind of high. So what I would do would be a maximum of 10 days, because you have to think about 3 days for handling time. And then it takes about another like 5 to 7 days for the product to arrive to the customer anyways, okay? And then when it comes to choose from supplier table, so this is for Amazon listings. So which one should they be looking at? The repricer, the cheapest one, or prime items? So again, this is a matter of preference, so you can select which one applies to you. So once you have all this set up, then all you have to do is hit save. And you will basically rinse and repeat this same process for all the other suppliers as well, okay? So once this is taken care of, then at this point, you feel pretty confident that you set up your supplier rules the way that you want them, so you won't lose any money when you're drop shipping. So now we can actually go to the products tab, and we can start looking at, how do we get the products into our AutoDS, and then how do we push those products into Facebook Marketplace, which is actually the most exciting part of the video, is how easily the Chrome extension is able to gather all the information and quickly list it to your marketplace with minimal effort. On this portion of the video, I want to go over how to use the lister that AutoDS has built for dropshippers. It's very intuitive. It makes it very easy to grab all of the data from your supplier website. And as a demonstration, I'm going to show you exactly how that works on Amazon.com. Now, this works on all the suppliers that as of this moment, AutoDS supports. That includes Walmart, eBay, Home Depot, Costco, and many more, okay? So I'm gonna go back inside of my computer and I'm gonna use Amazon for this particular example. And do not forget that you must have the Chrome extension installed in order for this to work. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to do it. So make sure that you do. Okay, we're inside of my computer. We're in Amazon. For the sake of the video, I'm just gonna look at something that probably I have been looking, or my VA has been looking at for drop shipping purposes on Facebook Marketplace. So right now we're looking at a listing. And the first thing you're going to notice is that when you arrive at the item that you are thinking about drop shipping, you're gonna see this black icon appear that says import to AutoDS. So what you wanna do is you wanna click on that, and it's gonna start scraping and grabbing the images, the title, the description, the price, everything that you would need to create a listing on Facebook. Is gonna grab all of that information. And then it's gonna take it, it's gonna input it into your dashboard where you'll be able to manage it and do anything else that you want to do. Edit the title, everything. Normally it can take between a few seconds to maybe about a minute. It depends during the time of day, but I know AutoDS has been working on improving this and making it a lot faster, okay? Let's check back inside of AutoDS and see if the item has already been brought into your dashboard. So I'm gonna navigate over to AutoDS, and you wanna look in the drafts section. And as you can see, the item has already been brought over by AutoDS. It took about a few seconds, which is great because speed is gonna be your best friend if you wanna scale and get as many products listed to your store. So at this point, what you want to do is you want to expand by clicking on that arrow, and then you're going to see all of the relevant product information. Now, what I will recommend is for you to change the title. Do not use the same title from your supplier website. I talk about this in length inside of my course, which I mentioned at the beginning of this video. So if you're new, have any doubts about what you need to do, then consider checking out the course. But you want to shorten this. It's way too long. It's got too many keywords. I'm not going to go into title optimization for this video because I just want to demonstrate how AutoDS works. But you can come here and do the edit that you want, and you can also do the edit when you're ready to list the item on Marketplace. Okay, so I just want to show you some of the default settings that you see. Shipping methods, do you want it to be the cheapest with tracking or the fastest with tracking? So I would say the cheapest with tracking, leave it as the default. Your default city, depending on your location, where you live. Tags is something that most accounts by now do not have this feature anymore, but it looks like some of them might still have it on Facebook. When it comes to brand, you can leave this as unbranded. You want to really stay away from any product that is branded. And then you want to make sure that your stock monitoring, your price monitoring is going to be checked off. Auto order is a feature that is not yet available, so hopefully we'll get it soon. And here's your product description, which I would recommend you edit this on Marketplace. And then you have your images, okay? It's grabbing all your images. So this item right now is in a draft. It's getting ready to be published to your product list. So what you want to do at this point is you want to navigate over to your own Facebook Marketplace. So we are inside of my Marketplace, and you want to go ahead and create a new listing. Once you're in there, you're going to go ahead and select item for sale. You're going to wait for it to load, and then you see that icon right there. So that's the icon, that your yellow orange icon, where you want to press on that so that AutoDS can bring all the information over and start copying and pasting everything into your listing. And once the information is all there, then you can start to customize the listing. I would probably want to work on the title because it's way too long, and also the product description. And also you might see that there's a huge number coming up right now in the listing. Sometimes that happens when the item is considered out of stock, but we can always go back and check in AutoDS. After you list the item, you can run the repricer and it should auto correct itself. Already here, let me go ahead and actually customize this title a little bit, and we'll start to get rid of some excess keywords that we don't need. So let's get rid of that one. And let's keep looking to see what else. It's just taking up way too much space on the title line. So once we get this title just the way that I want it to appear, we can go ahead and start moving on. So now let's go back to the supplier side and check what the item is selling for. It's selling for $2.99. Key in our price on Amazon, what the item is selling for. By 45%, so 5% selling fee and 40%, $134. So we're gonna take that number and we're gonna add it to the $2.99, and it gives us, I believe, is $433. And to make the number nice and clean, let's actually go ahead and list it for $429. So that looks good. Yeah, $429. So now let's go ahead and take a look at the actual product description. You can see that there's a lot of text. What I like to do often is to maybe, have some bullet points or have like specific information about the listing itself so the customer can easily see it. You can always go back and edit this. And the other thing you want to be on the lookout for is sometimes you have information about warranties or contacting customer service in the listing. You want to delete that. And again, I talk about this in full length inside of my course. So just another reminder. And then I would definitely edit this at some point, but for the video, we're just going ahead and keep it as is, because I'm just trying to get the item listed on Marketplace. I'm not really trying to fully optimize this listing at this point in time. So we want to hide this from our friends, and you want to go ahead and just give it one more look over. So right now we're using stock images, which is okay. I would rather use a review photo for this listing, which you can find on the Amazon listing. So now we're ready to hit next, and now we're going to select the delivery method for this item. Is going to be shipping and both local pickup. That's actually a strategy that I've been using for a long time, and it really works very well. So we're gonna set up our shipping. So we're actually gonna make this a free shipping listing because we're already pressing it up for almost 40% margin, which is a very healthy profit. We're gonna make about $130 on this item, so we're not gonna charge the customer any more shipping at this point. So when that's done, we'll hit next, and that will pretty much finish and wrap up the listing. It's gonna now get published, and the listing will now be ready to be exported to AutoDS. If you have enjoyed this how-to tutorial, then give me a like, and if you're new to the channel, then consider subscribing. If you like content like this, then let me know down in the comment section. You can type in the comment section how to and whatever the subject is, so that way I have some ideas about any future videos that can help you, especially if you are just starting out, to get more educated and learn how to use either other softwares or just anything related to Facebook Marketplace, dropshipping, or Facebook Shops. So as you can see, AutoDS is a super easy software to use. The user interface, it makes it very simple for beginners to navigate through, and the steps that are outlined, if you follow every single one, you won't get lost, and you'll be able to get started right away selling on Facebook Marketplace. You won't have to worry about items going out of stock, and you don't have to worry about any items changing price on you suddenly and you're unable to make these fixes, because AutoDS will take care of everything for you. This is why I love software. It really makes everything easier for you as a drop shipper, so that way you can focus more on what really matters, which is product research, finding other suppliers, and just coming up with other strategies to continue to scale and make this successful in the long term. If you like more content like this, then I highly recommend you check out the video that is going to be linked either over here or over here, and I will see you inside.